So get this, Downey, California's council members have been getting protesters at their homes. The protesters want to stop the privatization of water, and they want rent and mortgage forgiveness. Pretty reasonable policies that a people's government would deliver. But instead of trying to find ways to meet the demands, the mayor and the mayor pro temp worked to silence the protesters. At last Tuesday's council meeting, they called for the establishment of a committee to study possible regulations related to residential picketing. Let's take a listen.
My concern are my neighbors who are frustrated because I have been targeted 3 times, one at 10 p.m., one at 3 p.m., and the most recent one at 7:30 p.m.
So that was the mayor. And here's what the mayor pro tem had to say.
The moment you are showing up in residential homes at odd hours of the day and night with loudspeakers, that infringes upon the peace of those neighborhoods.
Here are the facts. The First Amendment was introduced into the Constitution to improve upon past injustices to freedom of speech. Prior to the American Revolution, criticizing the King of England could get you killed. But as the colonists faced abuse after abuse, they decided to go to the houses of the British governors. And oh, did they protest loudly and proudly. Sometimes they would even grab the politicians, strip them naked, and throw tar and feathers on them. The success of the revolution showed the colonists that it was possible for the people to win against the government that didn't fulfill the needs of the people. And that is why they gave us the First Amendment. The right to criticize the government is far more important than the supposed right to sit at home in silence, which is not found anywhere in the Constitution. Thankfully, not everyone is as ignorant about that Constitution as Mayor Pro Tem Frometa. Here's Councilmember Alex Saab, a lawyer.
Yeah, I'll make a comment. Thank you for the constitutional lesson there. There's no way I'm going to support this. This is absolutely against every fundamental basic tenet of what we learned the first day in law school, of the basic constitutional rights. You know, the lesson about the Constitution, yeah. Anyway, so what this does, it basically, I've been on the council for 8 years. We create these ad hoc committees at times that go absolutely nowhere to complete waste of resources. This issue has been litigated for decades in our country. We're not about to, create this issue now that will, in an instant, just like the callers say, face a lawsuit.
The right to protest should remain unabridged. Those cities that prohibit the use of megaphones on the grounds that these disrupt the peace and are actually in violation of the Constitution, which certainly does not grant suburbanites protections from high volumes, those council members are in the wrong. In the words of the protesters, First Amendment is our right, censorship is a crime.